This film is an introduction to one of the most exciting, challenging, fun, and fitness-related games that you can play. More tactical than racquetball, faster than tennis, and demanding more precision and stamina than any racket sport, handball is the ultimate court game.
Handball is just possibly the most fun game I've ever played.
I play handball just for the fun, the recreation, get in shape because I'm out of shape.
I really like the fact that it's completely different from any other sport I've ever participated in.
The modern game is fast and exciting and played on 3 different courts. The 4-wall court is 20 feet wide by 40 feet deep with a 20-foot-high front wall. Play begins with the serve from within the service box. The receiver, in the back court, starts the rally by returning the ball to the front wall, either on the fly or after the ball has bounced once on the floor. The rally continues until one player fails to return the ball directly to the front wall, off the side walls, or the ceiling before the ball hits the floor. If the server wins the rally, he is awarded 1 point. If the receiver wins the rally, he wins the serve. A game is 21 points. The 3-wall court and game are the same as played on the 4-wall court, except that there is no back wall. The 1-wall court is 20 feet wide, 34 feet deep, and has a 16-foot-high front wall. Various balls are used on all 3 courts. The white label ball is used for teaching as well as tournament play for women and boys up to the age of 15 because it's softer and lighter than the red label ball, which is the official men's ball. The big blue ball is primarily used on 1-wall courts, but can be used for teaching in other versions. It's required that all players properly wear approved safety eye guards at all times when on the court. When playing handball, it's important that you never lose sight of the ball so that you can anticipate your movement about the court. Safety eye guards will protect your eyes from damage from an errant handball. Handball gloves are used to keep the ball dry as well as protection for the hands. Many players further protect their hands by wearing glove liners under the gloves. A headband may be used to help keep the sweat out of the player's eyes and to help keep the eye guards from fogging. It's not required, but it's a good idea to have one handy just in case one's needed. A good pair of non-marking court shoes will give the player firm footing. Proper footwork is critical to playing successful handball. The player must stay on his toes, set up behind the position where he expects to make contact with the ball, be ready to adjust this position, and line up with the toes perpendicular to the line of flight of the ball. It's ideal to hit the ball when it's at the center of the body and drive it back in the same direction from which it came. Both hands are used to play handball. Most shots are taken from the player's strong side with the dominant hand, but the player must become proficient in using the weak side and the less dominant hand. When making contact with the ball, the hand and wrist should be relaxed and not stiff. Contact is made at the base of the fingers. Throwing the ball and hitting the ball require the same skills and positions, so practicing throwing will be an introduction to hitting the ball. The overhand stroke is easy and natural, since it's the same throwing motion used in other ball sports. It's executed by turning toward the right or left wall, determined by whichever hand will be used, bringing the arm back with the hand near the ear. The opposite hand then leads off and gets out of the way. The knees are bent in order to give leverage to the shot. The hand contacts the ball near the ear, about the center of the body, and sends the ball up in the same manner as if it were thrown. For the normal sidearm stroke, the swing should begin about shoulder high, the elbow leading the hand, and contact made near the center of the body. Again, the opposite hand leads off. This swinging of the opposite hand and arm will help the player's balance and rhythm. The toes should be perpendicular to the line of flight of the ball. The low sidearm stroke is similar to the normal sidearm stroke, but is much lower. The forearm is parallel to the floor, and the knees are bent much lower. The underhand stroke is executed from a more upright position, with the knees bent slightly, the hand brought back about shoulder height. The contact with the ball is about the center of the body, and the follow-through is in the direction where you want the ball to go. The fist shot is used mostly to send the ball to the ceiling with great force. The stroke used is similar to the underhand stroke, but the knees, especially the knee of the back leg, are bent much more. Contact is made with a closed fist, the ball hitting at the cuticles and the padded area below the thumb. The knees extend upward for added force. Watch the ball all the way into the fist to ensure proper contact. All of these handball strokes have in common that the opposite hand and arm swing out of the way to start the stroke. The ball is hit near the center of the body. The player faces toward the side wall rather than the front wall. The player stays on his toes for maximum flexibility, and the follow-through is in the direction where you want the ball to go. The first stroke to put the ball in play is the serve. The service zone is 15 feet from the front wall, 5 feet deep, enclosed by the service line in front and the short line in back. The server must drop the ball inside the service zone and hit the ball after it bounces once. The ball must hit the front wall directly on the fly and rebound past the short line and hit the floor before hitting the back wall or the ceiling. The ball may hit one side wall before hitting the floor when rebounding from the front wall. After serving the ball, the server will try to retain the front court position. There are 3 serves used in handball, namely the power serve, the Z serve, and the lob serve. The power serve is made by standing at the back of the service zone, dropping the ball near the front of the zone, allowing the ball to fall to a point near the floor on its rebound from the floor, and then hitting the ball with a low sidearm stroke. The follow-through is directly to the point where the ball is to hit the front wall. The ball should rebound close to the short line, very low with great speed, and directed to land in a back corner. The Z serve is made by standing close to one wall and within the service zone, dropping the ball and hitting it with a normal sidearm stroke, underhand stroke, or overhand stroke. The ball will hit the front wall 6 to 8 feet high, 3 to 4 feet from the side wall, thence to the side wall and rebound on the floor past the short line to the other side wall and rebound from that wall parallel to the back wall. The lob serve is made by standing close to a side wall, bouncing the ball high enough to hit it with a soft overhand stroke to a point high on the front wall. The lob serve may also be hit with a soft underhand stroke. The ball will rebound close to the short line and hit the back wall low or fall just short of the back wall and very close to the side wall. All of these serves may be made from anywhere within the service zone. It's often a good tactic to vary your position to find an effective serve. The receiver should stand in the center of the court near the back wall and be prepared to return the serve. Not knowing what the serve will be, the receiver must be ready to return any serve. The return of serve is one of the most difficult aspects of the game, but extremely important in order to begin the rally. The goal of the return of serve is to make the server leave the front court and take a position in the back court. The return of the power serve can be a fist to the ceiling, a 2-wall V pass, or a 3-wall shot. If the ball is not going to reach the back wall, the fist to the ceiling is a good choice. If the ball rebounds from the back wall to the weak hand, a 2-wall pass is effective. If the ball rebounds from the back wall to the strong hand, a 3-wall shot is a good choice. Or, if the ball rebounds far enough forward and the receiver can get into proper position, then a kill shot might work. The return of the Z serve may be returned to the ceiling, or a 3-wall shot depending on where on the court the ball is when contacted. The Z serve may be intercepted before it reaches the sidewall, and a straight pass may be used. There are choices for the return of the lob serve. The return may be attempted at a point close to the short line before or just after the first rebound with an open hand 2-wall pass or a fly fist shot pass. After the rebound, the ball may be returned with an overhand stroke to the ceiling or a 2-wall pass. It has been said that the back wall is the player's best friend, and for good reason. A ball rebounding from the back wall is slowing down considerably from the speed at which it hit the front wall and then the back wall. This makes it possible to set up behind the ball and use the normal sidearm stroke for a passing shot or the low sidearm stroke for a kill shot. For a ball rebounding straight out from the back wall, the player should face the back wall and then pivot on the toes and set it behind where he expects to hit the ball. For the ball that goes into a corner and rebounds at an angle, the player should face the corner, stay on his toes, and pivot in the same direction as the ball when it comes out. The ball may go to the player's strong or weak side, and he must be ready to hit a 2-wall pass or a 3-wall shot return. Usually the most advantageous defensive position is in the center court when you don't know where your opponent is going to hit the ball. This area is a 6-foot by 8-foot oval from the short line back toward the back wall. From here you can move quickly side to side or front to back. You have to watch the ball so that you don't assume a position on the court that will put you in the way of your opponent or his return of the ball. The ceiling shot may be made using the overhand stroke or the underhand fist shot. The ceiling shot is designed to move the ball, and hence your opponent, to the back of the court. The three-wall shot can be hit with the open hand or the fist. The object is to have the ball end up in a corner of the back court. When hit with the open hand, there's a different spin on the ball from that of hitting with a fist. The ball will hit high on a wall, continue on to the front wall, and then to the opposite wall before contacting the floor. Your opponent may be able to intercept the ball just before or just after it contacts the floor, but will rarely be able to hit anything except another defensive shot. Offensive shots are used to end the rally. The first offensive shot is the serve because the server has total control of the court and the ball. The server has time to select the most effective shot, knowing the opponent's weaknesses and his own strengths. The straight pass is hit along the side wall high enough that it rebounds from the front wall just past the short line and low enough that it does not reach the back wall. The overhand or normal sidearm stroke may be used. The shot must be hit hard enough so that the opponent cannot reach it. The two-wall pass, also called the V pass, is hit to the front wall at an angle so that it contacts the side wall on the side where your opponent is, but high enough on the side wall so that the ball is out of the reach of your opponent, and hits the floor about 8 feet beyond the short line. This shot is designed not only to pass your opponent, but to make him chase the ball into the back court. The fly pass is hit the same as the straight pass and the two-wall pass, except that the ball is taken out of the air before it has bounced on the floor. The kill shot not only looks good, but feels good. The kill shot should only be used when you're in complete control of your body and your position on the court. The kill shot is rarely hit from more than 25 feet from the front wall using a low sidearm stroke. The straight kill goes directly from the hand to the front wall and is so low that the opponent cannot retrieve the ball. The ball is hit on the side of the court away from the opponent. Corner kill may be hit sidewall front wall or front wall side wall, depending on where your opponent is standing. The sidewall front wall kill will keep the ball closer to the front wall so that if your opponent is standing on your right and you hit the right side wall first, the ball will be farther away from him than if you hit the front wall first. Handball is great exercise and fun to play. Drills can help you enjoy the game sooner by improving your skills. You can quickly learn to play well with constant repetition of the fundamentals of the game. Drills teach you how to react to situations and how to act accordingly and properly. Without a proper foundation in the game, there's no enjoyment in playing because you'd be constantly repeating the same procedures that you had on the first day that you stepped onto the court. A warm-up is necessary to have the blood flowing all the way into your fingers and having your heart rate rise from sedentary to ready to play. Some players run hot water over their hands in order to warm them. Stretching the arms, legs, and back will help prevent strains. Throwing and hitting the ball will put you in the right mood for playing the game. There are many ways of stretching, running, and jumping to get ready for a game of handball. Running the ladder is important since there's so much running involved in playing handball. It's important to do as much running practice as you can. Being able to run backward and side to side are also vital to success in handball. To do this drill, from the back wall, run 15 feet forward and return to the back wall. Run 20 feet and return. Run 25 feet and return. Run to the front wall and return. Do 5 sets, rest, and then do 4 sets, 3 sets, 2 sets, and 1 set. The back wall drill is practice for learning to address the ball from the back wall with confidence, regardless if the ball comes off the wall directly or from a corner. This is the best drill you can do to develop your sidearm stroke and groove the feeling of driving your weight through the ball. Start by bouncing the ball to the back wall. Allow the ball to bounce on the floor, and as it passes you, move forward so that you can use a sidearm stroke. Next, bounce the ball to the back wall and hit it in the same manner before it bounces on the floor from the rebound. The next step is to throw the ball to the front wall and return it from the back wall to the front wall. If the ball is contacted 15 feet or less from the back wall, hit a straight shot to the front wall, a 3-wall shot, or a front wall side wall shot. If the rebound from the back wall is more than 15 feet, try to get into position to return the ball as a kill shot. Note that if the ball is hit behind the center line of the body, it will go into the floor, And if the ball is hit ahead of the center line of the body, the ball will be lifted. Practice hitting the ball straight ahead to groove the proper point of contact. The kill shot drill will familiarize you with when the opportunities are present to go for a kill shot and how to place yourself in the most advantageous position to take this shot. Bounce the ball to the front wall and allow the ball to drop below the knee. Step forward, bend low, and use a low sidearm stroke to return the ball. Practice the straight kill and the corner kills. The fly shot drill will help you to be accustomed to hitting the ball with an open hand when the ball is in the air before it is bounced on the floor. Become accustomed to hitting the fly shot with both hands. When playing outdoors, the fly shot is often hit with the fist, and it's important to become accustomed to hitting the ball in the very small area of the hand when using the fist shot. The pass shot is important to playing winning handball because as an offensive shot, the pass shot wins more rallies than any other shot. Practice the straight pass and the two-wall pass. The ceiling shot is important as a defensive shot. Practice with the overhand as well as the fist to the ceiling. You have to learn to use both hands for this shot because so many times the ball will be directed to your weaker side. The serve, return, and one rally drill with another player will improve your ability to put the ball in play with an effective serve. The return of serve is important to teach you to make an effective shot that will neutralize the server's advantage of front court position. The one rally shot by the server will teach the server to watch the ball when it's behind him, anticipate the move, and actually move into position to retrieve the ball. The back wall shot, kill shot, fly shot, passing, sealing, and serving drills can be done alone or with another player. Every level of play improves with these drills. In other words, practice, practice, practice.
I play handball just because it's so much fun. It's a great workout every single time I play.
I think handball is very, very good for hand-eye coordination.
Handball is a great game. It teaches you a lot about patience, teaches about teamwork.
It's really fun and enjoyable, and it's a great workout.
Handball is also good because it's a lifetime sport that you can play forever and ever.
It's highly recommended that you join the United States Handball Association. The bi-monthly magazine, Handball, has an instruction article in every issue. The USHA has many resources to help you improve your game, such as the booklet Four-Wall Handball by Pete Tyson and Leanne Martin, actual game videos, and you can go to www.ushandball.org on the web for the latest information on how to play handball. This video is dedicated to every man and woman who's ever introduced another person to this great game of handball.